Hi everyone. In this video, we will discuss about this program. So basically, what we are trying in this C program is we are using tool for loop, and inside the second for loop, or the inside one, we are printing just hello. So whenever you see a for loop without any initialization condition or increment decrement, or we call it blank for loop with just two semicolon, it is an infinite loop. So this whenever it will run first time, after running it first time, it will start this loop, and basically technically this loop will never come out. It will run infinite times, or I should say until stack overflow. You guys can run this program on your computer and check the behavior. And I technically this for loop, we don't need this first for loop here, because the inside one itself is an infinite loop, and the first one will run only once, and the second run one will never, it will run infinite times, it will never come out of the loop. So let's create a small program for this to understand this more. Let me open my virtual machine, and I'm I'm connected using mobile external terminal, that is SSH client. Let me increase the font size first, and let me create a folder here. I will just say infinite loop. I'll go inside this using cd command. I'll create a small file main.c. You can create any file, you can give any name, anything.c. I'll come inside this. This is via editor. So to start writing, I have to press I. That means I need to go into insert mode. After that, I can start typing. So here what I will do is I will write the same program which is there on the website, and I'll just say printf. I'll use /n new line character at the end. So to make it simpler, uh, to make it simpler, if it is confusing to you, I'll do like this. I'll use braces here so that you can think more about it, what is happening here. So we can convert that program into this by adding um, braces. Actually, braces are not mandatory if we have just one statement after for loop. So what was happening earlier, we were having this statement of for loop, and after that immediately we were having that. So that means whatever this for loop is having, it is part of this for loop. So for now we'll not talk more about it. Just to make it simple, I've added these braces in these for loops, so now it is more simple. What happens here, so as I said earlier, this is infinite loop, this is also infinite loop. But what it will happen is, first this loop run once. When it runs once, it will come here, and basically this loop is infinite loop. This will never come back to this for loop again, and this only will keep on running infinite times, or I should say until stack overflows. So let's run this program. I'm saving write and quit, and then let me compile it. I will use gcc compiler main.c, and I'll specify the binary name main.out, main.out, whatever extension you can give. It has compiled. I'll make sure it has generated the binary, so I see the binary here, and we can cross check it by the timestamp of the system. To check this timestamp, we can run this command date, and it is here 12:58. This is also 12:58. Yeah, this is, I think this is in 12 hours format, and this is in 24-hour format. That's fine. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Now let me run it. So you'll see this hello will keep on printing on the screen, and depending upon the RAM size, it will keep on printing. And maybe If stack overflows after a very long time, you will get some error stack overflow. So the best answer to this question is infinite times. Hello is printed infinite times. How to come out? You can just press Control C. You'll come out. Press Control C. Control C is one type of interrupt on Linux. When you press Control C, the application terminates. So let's go back to the program. So as I was saying earlier, um, using two for loop, infinite loop, one inside other doesn't matter. Even if I remove this first one, you will see the same behavior. Let me save it and run it. Shift colon right q, wq means right q. I enter it and then compile this program again. It got compiled, and if I run this program again, you will see it is generating the same output. So the question was a little tricky. Um, uh, like this, both are infinite loop. So if you remove the first one and just have this block, that will give you the same output. So let me go back here. So this is still running. I can press Ctrl C. So to check what happens on your system, you can run this program on your system, and you can see when, at what time, after how many hours it's stopping. So my system is having, this is 4 GB virtual machine, so I had never checked after how many minutes or hours it will stop, or I will get stack overflow. But you can try from your end. So this is what I want to discuss in this video. Thanks for watching.